everything that they accomplished was wiped out. I mean, literally wiped out. So we saw this expanding population in the prisons. And at the same time, we saw the gradual elimination of the concessions that they made post-Attica. So, once again, I found myself behind the cage, in a cage, because that's what they are, the cages. You know, they put human beings in cages, man. That's what they call them, correctional facilities, that's what they call them. Not even prisons, just cages, literally. That's what they do. You know? And so, as they begin to take back these so-called gains that we had made, it became time again to look at the power relationship between prisons, between the keepers and the kept. You know? Because since Attica, nobody had really taken a look at that. And in that relationship, the keepers have all the power, and the kept have zero. Right? What had happened is a guy named Bob Ganji. Some of y'all may know him from the Correctional Association. He came into a prison I was in, Eastern Correctional Facility. And he came in there and as a representative of his organization, which has been around since the 19th century. And he came in there talking to a group of prisoners just like people who were sitting around, exactly like this here. It was in the classroom atmosphere. He came in talking about how he was going to make some improvements, you know, working on making improvements to the prison conditions, you know. And, you know, all of us sitting in this classroom, one thing that a prisoner wants more than anything else is to be free. You know, you can put flat screen TVs up and, you know, give out 4 meals a day, you know, and even raise the pay for the work. I'm not interested. I want to go home. I want to go to my family. I want my life back. Right? So as he was laying out this, I said to myself, I got his attention, and I said, listen, you know, we're not interested in prison reform. You know, we're interested in getting out of here. You know? And so he told me, well, you need to form an organization and you know, address that issue. So that's what I did. I took him literally at his word, and I went out and put together a think tank. And the think tank objective was to research the whole history of prisons in the United States. Right? So naturally we had to go back to Europe, we had to go back to Europe, ancient past, and bring it all the way up to the present. Right? And when our research brought us all the way up to the present, the one thing that stood out among all things was the fact, the primary discovery is that prisoners in the United States, in some states, vote from their prison cells. Right? I mean, that was amazing, you know, because I don't think it wasn't an issue that was raised previously. You know, I don't even think the majority of prisoners wasn't even conscious of this, you know, as an issue. Right? And so when this amazing fact came up, Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont, Utah, you know, they can vote from their cells, but we're Americans too, we're citizens too, you know. And so that became the focus of our attention, because this was the way to empower. At the time, there was virtually almost 70,000 prisoners in New York State. If we got 70,000 prisoners the right to vote, and we voted in a block, we could pick mayors, we could pick congressmen, we could pick governors, you know what I'm saying? Because of the division between the Democratic and Republican Party, we would have a swing vote. And forget about the 70,000 of us that are locked up. Add on 5 family members for each one of us, and you know, numbers just keep going up and up and up. So this was this is where we needed to focus our attention. You know? And so we had competing groups working on that issue. We had a group in Green Haven, we had a group, my group in Eastern Correctional Facility. The group in Green Haven, they filed a lawsuit, and they got knocked off in the Second Circuit Court of appeals of district court. And so I filed mine in the year of 2000 on the anniversary of the Attica Rebellion. I filed my class action lawsuit. It was called Hayden versus Attica. At the time, that was the governor. And I wrote to every civil rights organization in the country, all of them. And all I got back was, no, we busy, and right now, you know, we deal with this issue down here, we're trying to get a flag put on the Ku Klux Klan flag taken off the state office building in Alabama or somewhere down south. None of them saw the importance of this issue. You know. And then came the election in Florida and the crisis that arose there around felons and their voting rights and people being eliminated from the living. And at that same time, I came out of prison. I came out of prison after having filed this suit pro se with no legal representation. As soon as this thing broke in Florida, I ended up having 3 law firms. I had the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, Mega Evans Center for Law and Constitutional Rights, and the Community Service Society legal group. All of them represent the suit that I couldn't get nobody to pay attention to. Right? And so the battle began in the courts, and sad to say, the outcome has been less than positive. And the movement that we built, the national movement that we built to try to get the right to vote, okay. Yeah, I tend to drag on, man. I've been involved in so much stuff. I'm really sitting up here and debating what to talk about while I'm talking.